What's up? We got Arrow Season 4, Episode 7, Brotherhood. So this episode starts off with the team with people, the episode starts off with people, driving, and then that's when Hive attacks, but then Black Mirror uses their Canary Cry device with a new frequency. It's new frequency, but same cry. Forgot to mention that from another episode. And she uses that against the bad guy. So she uses that against the bad guy. So Oliver's still, running from Oliver's still, running for mayor, and there's a terrible Thea relationship that no one likes. Yeah, no one likes it. No one likes Thea and Alex. And the show's trying to, no one liked Ezra and Arya, and the show trying to push it, trying to say, hey, you should guys like this relationship. It's not. She's only 20, 21 by this point, because in the first season she was 18, and then she was 19. So what is she, 20 by this point? We don't celebrate these birthdays anymore. And this guy's wait, what, 30? I don't support this relationship. But let's give Thea and Roy one more chance. Yeah, I care more about Thea and Roy than I care about Thea and Alex. Because their whole relationship is just so weird. So Dark decides to attack Oliver. Decides to go and meet Oliver as campaign. Yeah, so one night Diggle and Black Canary and the gang are trying when they take down a Hive agent, and that Hive agent turns out to be Andy Diggle. Yeah, the show is now reversing their Andy Diggle is dead storyline and making it seem that he was alive. And boy does this ruin Diggle's whole arc for the first 3 seasons. I'm not okay with it. I may say the last episode bad was because of Felicity, but I'm not saying this episode's bad. It's not one of the worst. Last episode, one of the worst Arrow's ever had. But this episode's just wait, what? You put together a 3-season arc of saying that Andy Diggle has been dead for all this time. And then in season 4, you just undo that and say, nope, he's not. Deadshot actually missed his target. And Deadshot even said, he's like, what if you miss? And Deadshot's like, I don't miss. So you're technically saying Deadshot did miss. And what Deadshot did is now being retconned. Diggle doesn't want to believe that his brother's alive, because how could his brother just abandon him and his wife and son? He even had a hard time telling his son that his nephew that his father was dead. But this is one of the most terrible ideas Arrow has had since, let me guess, bringing Ray back. That's just a joke, but I'm just saying, this is one of their worst ideas, because last episode may be bad because of Felicity. This episode's not okay because of how it does to Diggle's storyline. John Diggle is one of my favorite characters, and he'll always be one of my favorite characters. So when they destroy a 3-season long, so that means this entire time, Diggle going after Deadshot, Diggle shouldn't have done that. Him trying to kill Deadshot, and them all thinking that his brother was dead. So does that mean the internet lied to everyone? Or did the Hive just fake evidence and was able to put evidence on the internet that Andrew Diggle was dead? Is that what we're saying? The Hive was able. They hired Deadshot to kill Andy Diggle, but then he misses. But then he tells Diggle that he never misses his target. That's why they call him Deadshot. But now they're telling us that he did miss, and Hive has been keeping Andy Diggle's being alive a secret from even Diggle and his wife and his son. Like, I'm not happy with this show. Diggle listened back to the episode South Star for my long rant about how this doesn't work as a plot line. It ruins everything Diggle has done throughout the entire first 3 seasons. I am not happy about it, but I'll get over it. But anyway, so they decide to shoot. So they decide to break Andy out of jail, and they decide to not tell Felicity. They decide not to tell Laurel or Thea about this. And yeah, so Thea and Laurel find out. So Oliver wants to break him out of Hive, and so they try, but they find out, and Andy's like, Andy removes his mask, just say kill the green one. Why not say kill the green arrow? Why'd you have to put one? Like, yeah. So they're like, so when they find out, Laurel says that this is just like when Sarah, so Laurel decided to use Sarah as an example for what is going on here. Laurel, do not use my TV child as an example for what is going on here. These are 2 different events. Even Diggle says about earlier that he, after learning about magic and the Lazarus Pit, he would always dream about Andy coming back. But Andy's now back. So they kidnap. So they kidnap Andy. So Andy gets. So they put Andy in a locked cell, and Andy, and Diggle's like yells at him saying, "Is this all true?" And Andy's just like, "Yeah." Looks at 2 pages, and it's just like, or more. We don't get to see. We see him flip like 2 or 3 pages, and he's like, "Yeah, it's true. All of it. All of it's true." And I'm just like, I'm not buying this because this just goes against everything Diggle has standed for the first 3 seasons. You're wrecking your characters now, writers. You're wrecking your characters' development. Also, Ray is in a fight scene, but I don't care because I don't like Ray. I don't know, I don't like Ray, I just don't. I felt bad for Ray back in season 3, but now he's back. Ray just does nothing now. He doesn't want to go back to his company. Yeah, Ray, just like Linda Park in season 2 of The Flash, Ray's just reduced to superhero now. That's all he's been reduced to. He's like a shell of his former self. And that shell, I did not like. And I don't like him, but I just don't have anything on Ray because I'm just like, I liked Ray, but then going back to season 3, I realized I didn't like Ray. And I'm just like, and I just not like Ray. Nothing against actor. Nothing against Brandon Routh. Brandon Routh is fine. I just think he does bad acting for this Ray character. Other portrayals, he could do good acting, but Ray, the writer's written him with bad writing. It's not his fault, it's the writing. Why? It's the writing's fault on why I don't like Ray Palmer as a character. So Diggle helps Oliver saying, "Hey, I want to help my brother, the green one." Why do they keep saying green one? Okay, get for this one, but so Oliver decides to. Throughout the entire episode, Oliver's been trying to get in. They think Oliver's trying to get in bed with Damien Dark because Damien Dark approached Oliver about trying to rebuild Starling Bay, even though it should be called Star Bay now, but that seems like a bad name. So but Oliver has a speech. But anyway, the flashbacks are but anyway, that's this episode. It was okay. It was way better than last episode. Last episode was atrocious. Last episode was garbage. Last episode was the worst. Felicity was the worst. But this episode, she's kind of She's kind of neutral towards me. She's not annoying as she was in the last one. Donna Smoke isn't even in this one. Like, Like, they don't even mention the Dawn of Smoke Quentin thing. Yeah. The one thing that holds this, I would say this is a good episode. But the one thing that holds it back is, of course, how they wrote Diggle's character. Because John Diggle has been the best character for what, 3 seasons now, and immediately they're just like, yeah, let's just redo everything they've done and bring back in Andy Diggle because they say he's dead. Is the slogan "No one stays dead" on this show a real slogan now? Because it feels that way. It feels that way that no one stays dead on these shows is the main line of what the show is. But yeah. But yeah, I'm just saying this episode isn't bad, but it isn't good either. It's meh. I just don't like it because of how they redo Diggle's, how they undo every storyline Diggle has ever had with Deadshot for the first 3 seasons. Like, all of that is just for the first two, I think first two. Yeah, for the first 2 seasons, all of that is just undone because why? Because this season wants to be complete trash. That's why they want the writing to be bad. So they undo everything Diggle had tried to do with Deadshot. Deadshot even said to Diggle, "I don't miss." For the first 3 seasons, yeah, Diggle's like, "I don't." Deadshot was like, he's like, "What if you missed?" And he's like, "I don't miss." But now they're saying he did miss. So, yeah, this episode isn't bad. But it just undoes everything Diggle has ever done for the first 3 seasons with Deadshot. His whole vengeance against wanting to kill Deadshot for the death of his brother, that's undone now. That means he never wanted to do it to begin with. To the writing, I don't like this episode. But for a story pace, it's alright. But I don't like the episode for the writing. The last episode, I didn't like it because of the episode itself. But for this one, I don't like it because of the writing. I usually like Arrow episodes, but they're gonna undo but the only reason I don't like this one is because of how they undo everything Diggle has ever done for the first 3 seasons. That's the only reason why I don't like it. I like every episode of Arrow, but if you're gonna undo a major character development, a major character arc that you've set up for the first 3 seasons, then you become unlikable. But that's it for this episode. I'll see you next time for some more Arrow. Hopefully the crossover is good.